Hi everyone, I'm Ken from Crypto Trading KS. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin up 0.17%, 54,227. Ethereum down 1.05% at 3570. My goal is to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, and also gain real wealth in the process. Rule 774, master yourself to master the market. It's really important to always have a strategy for expected and unexpected price movements, as crypto is incredibly volatile. That means it's very important to master your own emotional state. In the KS community, we focus on KS zone analysis, the 4 stages that all investors and traders progress through to become consistently profitable and attain real wealth. Zone 1 and 2 are like a light switch. People tend to go all in or all out. That's because they're seeking 100% certainty, 100% correctness 100% of the time with zero loss. Zone 3 and Zone 4 is all about probabilities. It's the understanding that we can never be 100% certain or 100% correct. The majority of the time, we just work with probabilities, and we're aware of negative and positive issues. A good way to understand KS zone analysis: Zone 1, the panic zone; Zone 2, the blame zone; Zone 3, the patience and rule zone; Zone 4, the meaning zone. Think about 4 different drivers who see a car for the first time. In Zone 1, the panic zone, a person is likely to get in the car but not go anywhere, just have their foot on the on the brake. They're just too scared to progress off, and that's fair, especially in crypto. Crypto is incredibly volatile. The second driver may hop in the car, have had the foot on the brake for a while, but then decides to let it go and go all in. Basically, the second driver puts the gas to the floor, the accelerator all the way down. The car goes out of control, crashes into a building, and the driver says, "My God, this car is so unsafe, and that building attacked me. It came out of nowhere." Zone 2 behavior is all about looking externally, and it's okay. Every single trader and investor has gone through these stages. It's nothing to be concerned about. A zone number 3 driver just doesn't land there. They have to go through Zone 1, panic; Zone 2, blame, and then they look at it and say, "Oh, you know what? I keep on bashing into buildings. Something is going wrong. I need to learn the road rules. I need to have a little bit of patience, and I need to take it like I would a profession." Zone 3 comes from the understanding that all good things take time and no opportunities are ever missed. If you think of Warren Buffett, around $100 billion in net worth, he's a very old guy. He's been around for a very long time. He's not missed out on anything. When you know what to do, you can do it. It doesn't matter the time. You will not miss out. For the driver in Zone 3, the Zone 3 driver will seek to get instruction, to get a driving instructor there, to learn the road rules, how to actually drive, how to make sure that they don't crash, how to put the safety equipment on, such as the airbags and the seat belts, build the car up so it's safer. Of course, in Zone 3, people understand that they need to look out for potential issues. For example, if there's a great pothole in the middle of the road, Zone 1 and Zone 2 don't want to know about it. Zone 3 wants to know about it. These things happen in financial markets all the time. There's always potholes all over the place. We need to be really mindful of them. But for Zone 1 and Zone 2, it's a reason to stop driving or get out of the car altogether. As people go through these particular phases, Zone 1 to 2 to 3, they realize those potholes can be amazing, absolutely incredible advances in wealth. We can look at Zone 3 as a driver who drives the car very effectively, gets in the minimum of accidents, and knows what to do. Zone 4 is all about meaning. If we parallel it back, Zone 3 in trading and investing means consistently profitable and probabilistic fearlessness. We trade the chart in front of us. Zone 4 is about appreciation and gratitude and worthiness. There are so many examples of people who have been in Zone 3 and absolutely miserable with what they've done. Zone 4 is a critically important thing. That's why we focus on real wealth. The Chaos community focuses on purpose and fearlessness, boundaries, inner and outer peace, gratitude and happiness, all these components of real wealth, including money and security. We're really interested in what gives life meaning. Looking at investment substitutability, the S&P 500, the proxy for stocks, is up 25% for the past year. Gold down 9%, Bitcoin up 392%. There's a massive amount of volatility to the upside and the downside in crypto. What people typically refer to in the main stock markets as corrections and crashes happen basically every other week in crypto. It's important to get your mind really understanding this concept and seeking to tap into that volatility as an asset and not something to be concerned about. Turning to Bitcoin and Ethereum market capitalization, we can see combined market capitalizations are just seeking to retest this level of once resistance, and it's turned to support. We're still under the line of positive momentum. That means we need to see increases in both Bitcoin and Ethereum's price to propel the move higher. What's happening here? We've had a big takeoff in the combined market caps of Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're just consolidating at the moment. It looks like they could probably end up coming down a little more, and that will be okay price action. We're just seeing if we maintain this particular support line. It's quite an important support line. There's many different issues on the horizon. Potentially the largest one is the Evergrande issue. We will know if Evergrande defaults on its debt in 16 days. Evergrande is the canary in the coal mine. Basically, it's saying that bondholders, if they are not paid, that could be a systemic failure in the Chinese real estate system. If you've been following the news, you can see a lot of people talking about it. One thing that people typically don't understand when they're in Zones 1 and Zone 2, when we talk about Evergrande, we're not saying it's going to collapse tomorrow. These things take time. That's why I've always read out the time period and said, okay, this is about 16 days away. We could see some turbulence in between here. It's interesting to note that the US government, the debt ceiling, was increased, but it was only increased to December and by a very slim majority. For example, looking at BBC News just 17 hours ago, what it says, senators agreed to increase the debt limit by $480 billion, which will cover the US paying its bills until early December. This is not over. A lot of people say, oh, it was just FUD, it doesn't matter. So if that's the case, why was the vote 50 to 48? Wouldn't it have been all yes? In 2013, we saw a big problem in the bull run. That was because the US government did actually shut down. People tend to forget history. I've been involved with financial markets for over 35 years. I just want to take you through a couple of crashes. One in 87, 89, 89, 90, 91, 92, 97, 98, 2000. This one was very well known. 2001, 2002, 2007, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 15, 15, 18, and 20. I think the really important thing to note, because I have been through so many of these crashes, I tend to pay attention to the early warning signs. A lot of people just say, I don't care about the early warning signs, I just want happy news. Unfortunately, this is just a reality of financial markets. If we look at the Wall Street Journal, the debt ceiling is not over. It's set for an even tougher fight. The December 3 deadline is the thing we now need to watch. So what that means is we just change it from the 19th of October to December the 3rd. Please note that in 2013, Bitcoin dropped over 33% when the government shut down. This is why we have a 10-5-10 fund. The 10-5-10 fund should not be all of the money that you have. It's just a fund to take advantage of volatility. The reason that I talked about the driver analogy, this is a potential pothole in the road. We need to pay attention to it. You can see how many times potholes increase in financial markets. Just ignoring them doesn't help anyone. We really need to pay a lot of attention to the Evergrande default situation and see what happens there. We've got about 16 days to see what happens. Now, what could happen with price? Price does what price does. It could go up or it could go down. I'm not doing a cop-out or anything. If Evergrande defaults, the likeliness of price to decrease is of course on the cards. That would be the probability. As a trader, and there are many traders in the crypto trading KS community, we're watching this particular line of support. This gives us a very good understanding if we're set for price moving upwards or moving downwards. That's why we look at it. The debt ceiling is 55 days away. Many times when people get into markets, they think something will just happen instantaneously. Not true. It doesn't work that way. You can think about it like the Titanic trying to avoid an iceberg. Sometimes things move too slowly to avoid things. That doesn't mean that we panic. We just need to be aware. Let's have a quick look through the US markets. We can see the volatility. The S&P 500 VIX index was decreasing. That means more confidence was coming back into the market. We saw prices overall increase but fall back, but it's still a higher low than the previous session. What are we seeing in bond prices? Bond prices are decreasing, yields are increasing. What does this basically mean? It means that the bonds are becoming less and less attractive because their interest rates are becoming higher. One drives the other. We can see gold is starting to consolidate around that level that we talked about. Oil is still on a tear upwards, and it looks like the dollar is starting to break support. We may see it coming down. Looking at the crypto fear and greed index, we can see the fear and greed index is decreasing. It's just currently on greed. It was on extreme greed previously. When we look at Bitcoin's technical analysis, what we can see is a very strong support line coming up here and having a confluence of support around $53,000 to $52,500. We'll probably come back and retest that line. The thing to note, we've got substantial support at 52,658, the psychological 50,000, 50,389 and 49,691. We're entering weekend trading, and weekend trading can be a little volatile because the volumes are lower. A lot of traders like to use Fibonacci retracement tools. What we're seeing here is if we get a retracement back to the 50,000 level, that's going to be a 38.2% retracement. If it came all the way back, that would be 100% retracement. 38.2 is really good. It's a very strong move. We can even get a 50% retracement. Because the weekends are a little volatile and we've just got to understand what's happening inside the market, if we got a 50% retracement, that would be $48,426. The important thing with crypto, just have an up strategy and a down strategy. If everything goes as expected, what are you going to do? If everything doesn't go as expected, what are you going to do? That's what professional traders do. Zone 3 is full of rules. Turning to Ethereum, Ethereum is currently trading at 35.75. We can see a very good support line here. Ethereum is having a little bit of trouble getting above the immediate resistance around 3600, and we have stronger resistance at that 3649 mark. We can see that there is very good support at 3319. If Bitcoin tends to, over the weekend, tends to reduce, and we never know because light volume is very hard to predict price, if it comes back, 3319 will be a very good entry level. If price manages to repair itself, 39.35 would be a very good target. Now, when I say target, what I'm saying is you don't need to sell there. If you're a trader, you just do what you think is right. If you're an investor, also do the same. If you want to hold long term, you should be thinking that way. Just 39.35 is a very good next technical level, as is 33.19 for either the plus or the minus scenario. You should always think in terms of positive and negative scenarios. Turning to Bitcoin options expiring at the end of the month, put call ratio 0.44, total open interest 34,972, 45,000 is the max pain price. This is where the majority of the options expire worthless. For October, people are expecting higher prices. That's what this low sub 50 44 level means. It means that we're expecting higher prices. Looking at Ethereum options expiring at the end of the month, put call ratio 0.51, total open interest 200,151, max pain price 3,200, with the majority of the options expire worthless. It literally brings maximum pain. We can see some very high probabilities here, but please note that options, the majority, do expire worthless. We just use it as a way to gauge sentiment. The Bitcoin stablecoin supply ratio SSR oscillator is continuing to increase. This is giving substance to Bitcoin's rise, and of course, when Bitcoin rises, cryptos rise. Looking at futures open interest across all exchanges, we can see the futures open interest increasing. Notice the correlation between price. We're seeing about 17.8 billion in total open interest across futures markets, all exchanges. What's the current volume? It's slightly higher at 18.31. This is supporting upward price momentum. Turning to liquidations, $126 million of liquidations occurred over the past 24 hours to 46,926 traders. Over the past 12 hours, about 73% of those liquidations were long liquidations. We can see volume is not substantial. We keep our eye on the stablecoins because there's a lot of potential regulation coming down the pipeline. We particularly look at Tether. Tether, as you can see, has maintained its market capitalization. However, Circle USDC has been romping. So many funds are going into Circle, just as we anticipated. We can see BUSD just coming down and die. Circle is regarded by many institutional-based investors as a far better thing to put money in than Tether. We need to keep our eye on Tether. Again, this is just a potential pothole. We need to keep our eye on these things. How we keep our eye on Tether to see if people are shorting it, if they feel that there's going to be a depegging. We would expect, because it's a $68 billion asset class, we would expect tens of billions of dollars to enter the market if there are any problems. We don't see that at all. 76 million is just ridiculously low, and 20 million is a blip. So basically we say at this point in time, Tether is fine, but we need to watch it every day. These are just the potholes when you're driving. We put them on the radar so we can avoid them. The reason that we cover Tether, there's a lot of news coming through about Tether currently. Tether has not been out of the crosshairs of the media for quite some time. There's some very in-depth analysis that has been done. I've covered Tether in previous episodes as well. I just give you the tools to understand how you can actually look at Tether. I would suggest USDC. Now, what I need to explain is something very important about pairing. If you buy Bitcoin with Tether from USDT, that is Tether. Now, is Bitcoin related to Tether now that you own the Bitcoin? Has it got anything to do with Tether? This is a really important question to ask yourself. The answer is no, it has got nothing to do with Tether at all. You actually swap Tether for Bitcoin. I'll just give you an understanding of how pairs work. For example, if you go to Bitcoin, you can see Bitcoin, let me do that. Bitcoin can be converted from the selling. So basically how it works, you want to buy Bitcoin, you want to sell USDT. Somebody exchanges the USD and gives you Bitcoin. In this case, it's Australian dollars, AUD. In this case, BRL, BUSD, DAI, Euro, Great British Pounds. You can see there's so many different pairs that you can actually trade out of. When I said some time ago that I was swapping my USDT to USDC, what I meant was that I was literally swapping USDT to USDC. That is all. That's exactly what I did, because I see the fireworks potentially beginning with Tether, and I don't want to be caught up in a shorting or depegging situation. Changing one stablecoin into another stablecoin is simply a non-event. I think many people got confused because it's potentially confusing to think that you bought, say, Bitcoin or Matic or Cardano or Ethereum with Tether. Is somehow Tether related to that? No. What you did is you just swapped Tether for that beloved alt. That's it. It's got nothing to do with Tether. Several episodes ago, we looked at Axie Infinity. I drew these lines to reflect many days ago. This is actually Binance Top Cryptos over the last 14 days. We were saying, is Axie Infinity AXS coming up or down? Let's have a look. If we draw from this bottom to this bottom here, what price is doing. We can see price is starting to turn around. It's certainly, if we just extend that, it's not down here. That's positive air. That's a really positive sign. That means negative price momentum is decreasing in the market. We can see a lot of consolidation in this range. We can see an intention spike. Axie wants to party, it wants to fly up. And we can see price generally increasing along here. Let me know in the comments what you think Axie will do. Of course, I'm not recommending you should buy Axie or anything like that. You must consult yourself and do your own research. I'm just pointing it out as a way of understanding how to look at the market. Let's do a little bit more on Rule 109, Enhanced Pattern Recognition. You can see Axie has a definite pattern. You just want to be able to recognize these patterns when they occur. Looking across the top 8, we can see Binance Coin. Binance Coin is currently trading at 421.10. It has support below at 380.90. We can see a lot of consolidation occurring. Notice what Bitcoin is doing. It's consolidating. It's had a massive run up. A retracement of some sort would be on the cards. Price is always moving in a wave. Have your strategies for if price retraces and if price doesn't retrace. Cardano ADA is currently trading at 2,234, resistance above at 2,316 and 2,129. Let's have a look at XRP, currently trading at 1,0630, support below 1,0424 and 99.07, resistance above 108.51. Having a look at Sol. Sol currently trading at 157.25. Resistance above 164.97. Support below 150.35. Having a look at Doge. Doge is currently trading at 24.30. Resistance above 25.08. Support below 23.60. 22.38. DOT is currently trading at 33.22, support below at 32.77, 31.67 and $30.05. Pay particular note to how Bitcoin's gravity is playing out on all of these specific alts. Is it obeying? Is it moving in line with Bitcoin, or is it diverging? That can be a very good thing to look at. Let's have a look through Luna. Luna currently trading at 43.94, support at 43.27 and 37.73, resistance above 45.44. Uni trading at 24.75, support below 24.65, 23.52 and 22.59. AVAX currently trading at $60.36. We can see a lot of downward pressure. Looking at the resistance levels, one at 61.05, 63.78, 68.40. Having a look at Chainlink. Chainlink currently trading at 26.25, support 25.98, 25.07, 23.72. Litecoin trading at 175.90, support 174.90, as well 167.10, 163.90 and 159.50. Bitcoin Cash currently trading at 596.60, support below 585.10, 571.40 and 552.10. Turning to some community favorites and requests, THETA token, THETA currently trading at 6.393, support 3.345, 5.967 and 5.228. The immediate support below is 6.345. We can see TFUEL currently trading at 3,006, which is 30 cents. Support below 29.62, 28.10 and 26.82. Holo, hot. It's good to be hot. Holo is currently trading at 93.96, support below 93.45, 87.54, 83.78. EGLD currently trading at 258.10, support below 254.41, 241.18 and 229.82. What's really interesting to look at here are the patterns. How does it bear up against Bitcoin? What do we notice with seller network? Bitcoin was ramping up. What did seller do? It was ramping down. We say that no alt can withstand Bitcoin's gravity. What you just saw is Bitcoin's gravity at work. It is literally a license to print money if you know how to apply it. Let's have a peep at Phantom. Phantom currently trading at 216.68. We have a look at support below 184.83, 150.71 and 128.58. Having a look at seller network. Seller trading now 18.198, support below 16.629, 15.306 and 14.217. Harmony 1. Harmony trading at 23.128, support below 22.559, 20.352 and 17.965. Filecoin currently trading at 78.60, support below 70.93, 67.39, 37 and 62.91. Let's have another view at pattern recognition. Let's instead look not at cryptos but into the stock market. If we were to draw a line from the top to this particular point extended forward, what are we basically seeing? We have a line, negative air, somehow getting up there more positive, but still under resistance. If we look at the S&P 500, this blue line here, let's do the same from around that peak to the next. Let's push it forward. What do we see here? Very different consideration, isn't it? We can see that the S&P 500 is starting to show a turnaround. What about the Dow Jones? Again, we just take it from the top. Ooh, it's getting shivers when I do it. And then take it through there. We're going to this peak and we just push it through, not trying to get anything to fit to the line. What do we notice? The Dow Jones is recovering very well. Now let's have a look at the Russell 2000. From that peak, now where was our second peak? Down here. We're doing what's called comparative analysis. Comparative analysis allows us to check how different things are performing. Please let me know in the comments, which of these four, is it the white one, the Russell 2000 outperforming the rest, or the Dow Jones outperforming, or this blue line here, the S&P 500, or is the NASDAQ? This is really, really important for your pattern recognition skills. Now we've got a very good overview of the market. Let's have a look on Binance derivatives and check it out. 24-hour trading volume, about 70 billion and 11.1 billion in 24-hour open interest. What we're trying to seek is price pressure. These numbers can give us an idea of that. We can see Bitcoin negative 0.7%, Ethereum negative 1%. More negative price pressure on Ethereum than Bitcoin currently. Let's go and check out the other perpetuals. What we see is Seller, 1, SHIB, Ontology, Phantom doing well, and Filecoin just coming in below the 10%. Now let's go the other way. We can see a bit of negative price pressure, but not really a lot. We're not getting into double-digit negative. That basically means the market is just going through a consolidation phase right now. Turning to coin market cap, we see there's 12,534 cryptos in the crypto market space. I would urge you, if you're just new, if you go outside the top 20 or the top 50, you're likely to get very burned. Of course, you could do well, but there are a lot of con artists in the crypto industry. Just look inside any YouTube feed or any Twitter feed. The scammers are everywhere. They do create coins and they don't want to help you out. They want to help themselves out. So please be careful. Looking at the top ones, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Binance Coin, Tether, XRP, Solana, USD Coin, Polkadot, and Doge. Let's have a look at the greatest gainers over the past 24 hours. Seller Network, Harmony One, SHIB, MDX, Phantom, Seacoin, Filecoin, Quant, Yearn Finance, and Matic. Let's check the greatest 7-day % gainers. SHIB, Phantom, One, Seacoin, Clayton, Arweave, Seller, Bitcoin SV, MDX, and Luna. Let's go the other way. Greatest losses past 24 hours. Rev, OMG, Tezos, Luna, Chiliz, Nia, Ren, ICP, BNB, and Algo. Let's have a look at the greatest losses over the past 7 days. eCash, HT, Atom, Avalanche, Rev, SRM, Synthetics, AMP, XDC, and Compound. All professionals keep records, and this is your record. You can see every day what is happening throughout the market. It's like literally you could look back 2 months and see what's happening in the market. That's why I include this analysis here for you. Crypto Trading KS is all about the attainment of real wealth. Real wealth through trading is all about gratitude and happiness, inner and outer peace, fulfillment and meaning, as well as money. One of the greatest barriers to real wealth is the feeling of worth. You are worthy and unique. You deserve kindness, love, meaning, and every success in life. I'd like to thank the very generous community members who've reached out and bought me a coffee on buymeacoffee.com/cryptotradingks. Thank you so much, everyone. I'd just like to thank Cass and John Vicente. Thank you so much. Waka Choka! What a cool handle. And of course, Vicente again. Thank you, my friends. Very lovely. And to all the people that have reached out and just shown their appreciation, I thank you so much. As a sign of my appreciation to you, I just share one video per month to the coffee club, just saying thank you. I hope you found the content useful. Please consider sharing and liking this video if you think it will help others. Thank you to our moderators for keeping our community safe from scammers. Please say hi and let me know where you're viewing from and if you have any questions. If you would like daily updates on price movements in the crypto market, please subscribe to YouTube. I've left helpful links in the description of this video. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Always have a strategy for the upside and the downside. Stay safe out there. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.